Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. The pitch deck tells the startup story and provides key information about the investment opportunity to the investor. There are 5 key slides that an investor needs to see to understand the business. Problem. The investor needs to understand what problem the startup solves to determine the market size. Solution. The investor needs to see what the startup proposes to solve the problem to understand what product the startup must build and sell. Team. The investor needs to know who is on the core team leading the effort to build and sell the proposed product to see if they have the requisite skills. Interaction. The investor needs to know where the startup currently stands on the path to engaging the market. Fundraise. The investor needs to know how much funding the startup needs to accomplish the go-to-market plan. These 5 slides provide the basic context with which an investor can understand the business. Without all of these, the investor lacks enough information to move forward with the deal. Make sure you cover these points in your presentation. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.